Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're fired up for a fantastic week. I have so many fun things going on this week. I'm so excited. But I want to go ahead and give you your homework assignment number 7. Yesterday's video was just way too long, so I'm just going to shorten that down. I'll still cover what I covered. I think there was about 10 people that actually saw that video. But a couple of things I just wanted to talk about before I go into just a couple of the resources to make sure everybody's aware of those. This is all about our listing and seller clients this month, and I had posted asking for some of your challenges that you encounter with some of your clients. And I saw a recurring theme, and I thought it was interesting because two of the very big values that we bring to our seller clients are help with pricing and then with exposure. And it's typically a big reason why for sale by owners are not successful is because they don't have the proper channels for exposure, and then they may have some difficulty in using proper market data to price their house. So when I was seeing that recurring theme, it was kind of funny because it kind of falls in line perfectly with the Momentum program. So those of you that are in Momentum offices, and if you don't know what Momentum is, you can ask your broker. It's a complete agent development program that's wrapped around 13 agent development courses. There's a broker side and then an agent development series. And the pricing bootcamp is, in my opinion, one of the most powerful courses within Momentum. And really, it's all about clients self-discovering where they should be pricing their house. And that self-discovery is all wrapped around how you present the data. So the pricing bootcamp isn't so much as coming up with a different way to price it, although it does bring in some things that might be new. It's really in how you present the material that helps the client self-discover and then realize what it's like to be in a working relationship with you. So I absolutely love the pricing strategy, but anybody can use this. And really what it is making sure you're presenting your data in a tangible and logical way so that, again, the client can self-discover based on how you present the numbers what value range their home is going to fall into. So it's a really cool thing. It's definitely a process. You really need to study, practice, and put this strategy into use over time to get better and better at how you deliver the material. But I just absolutely love it. So I can't say enough about the 7-step pricing strategy. And again, going through that will really help you eliminate any of the pricing objections. So a lot of the agents that have put this into place really aren't encountering too many objections. It's that team effort, and they all know where they need to be priced. So really cool stuff. So I think eliminating objections and then gaining full agreement on your exposure plan. So one thing I would like to introduce for homework number 7 is I would like for you to add a new service commitment to what you do with your clients, or possibly get rid of some things that are outdated that just you probably don't even, maybe you don't even do anymore. Sometimes we have presentations from a long time ago and we haven't even updated them. So I encourage you to put together your master exposure plan, 1 or 2 pages in bullet point format. I think is the most easiest for people to digest, and it should be a great leave behind for your clients. So add in something new. I would like everybody to post in the service commitment area. I think we already have lockbox sign, just listed postcards, Facebook ads, using the seller report, weekly contact with your client. We know everybody's getting the 7 days of AdWorks for the next quarter. So go about virtual tours. See if there's anything that hasn't been discussed that you do that you would like to add in there, something that's not already commented on. So if you could find that post and just add in a service commitment. I would like everybody to pick something new to add in. And just before I get in and show the seller reports in Homes.com and Reliance, I have this funny thing I always talk about. If you're really comfortable, then you're not growing, because there's really no growth without some form of discomfort. Either you're adding in something new, deleting it, speaking a way that maybe you hadn't spoken before. So there's always ways to improve. And we're already 16 days into our 30-day challenge. And I'll just share, I had quite a few actually, but one that I really wanted to focus on was listening to podcasts. I've, listened here and there, never with any consistency, and I'm having a ball. I'm doing it while I'm on the treadmill. It makes the time go by really fast, and I'm just finding the coolest people that are out there on YouTube to listen to, just all over the place. I mean, I'm not even doing a particular theme, but what I wanted to share was something really cool that I'm just really enjoying. And that is I'm working with an agent here in Atlanta. She's been in the business for, I think, 26 years. And it's so fun because she, in my time that I spend with her whole thing is treat me like I'm brand new. Like, do not even act like I've ever sold a house before. So she's open to everything. Like, even if she's done it in the past, she's not even saying she has. She's pretending that everything we're going through is the first time for her. And we are having so much fun. And what I'm noticing is how much fun she's having. How much fun she's having in her business. Someone that by most everybody in here would probably say is extremely successful. And she's just like, I just want to start over. I want to start over. I want to pretend I've never been in this business, and I just want to learn and grow and not do it the way I've done it for 25 years. So it's really fun. Like, I'm enjoying it probably more than she is, but I'm hoping that might encourage you to look at your business as a reset, a restart, refresh. Let's all start over and just have fun with it and learn new things and speak in a way that we haven't spoken before and truly get a little uncomfortable. I think we should get uncomfortable. So I just wanted to share that. And the other thing I've been doing that I wanted to share, and I may have shared this before, but after I get off the treadmill and I've listened to a podcast, I'm utilizing, it's this cool little book. It's called The 5-Minute Journal. And I love it because it kind of, I've tried to start a journal probably every Monday for the last 10 years. And I find that I never know what to talk about. So what I love about this one is that it prompts you. So you journal in the morning and then you journal right before you go to bed. And it's designed to be done in 5 minutes. So what I've been doing is coming in here and reinforcing something that I've just learned on the podcast in my 5-minute journal. So I just wanted to share that because I love it and it's keeping me on track, and I actually get excited. I'm like, ooh, I get to fill out my journal today. Whereas before, it just always seemed like a challenge, and I don't know why, probably because I didn't do it long enough. So I'm going to flip and just make sure everybody knows where to find the seller reports, whether you're using Homes.com or the Reliance platform. So let's go ahead and switch over. And I think everybody should be utilizing some form of a seller report. I think it differentiates us in the marketplace. It provides that higher level of service that we always talk about. So I am on the Homes.com platform for Lead Street, and I popped in and I clicked on my listings, and your listings will appear. And you'll notice there's 2 ways to link your seller to a seller report. The first way is on the face of your listing, you'll see a link that says link listing to seller. When you go through and fill this out, it'll open up and it'll have you select your client from your client list, and then they will start receiving the seller report once a month. So for those of you that are like, well, I send it more than once a month, or I'm using Reliance, which goes out every week. That's why I'm going to show you the other way that you can send this. I think what I would do is link my client to the listing, and then I know the first of every month, they're going to get the report automatically. And then the other weeks, whether it's in every other week or if you do it weekly, you can simply come into your listing and click over here by these little gears, and you'll notice Home Seller Report. At this point, you can go in and manually send this. So it might be a Monday morning task that you assign for yourself on the weeks that the automated report does not go out. The other thing I wanted to mention was you may, depending on where you live in the country, have access to a program called List Track. I believe it's List, TRAC. We have it available through our MLS. And in it, it provides really great reporting features. It also has the ability to use a text number for lead capture. So again, it may not be available to everybody, but I thought I would mention it because I know there are some folks in Georgia here, and it is available through our MLS. So I thought if it was available through ours, perhaps it's available through yours as well. So I'm waiting for this to load. The seller report feature in here does take quite a bit of time to load, and I apologize for that, but I wanted everybody to know how to get here. That's why I didn't load it up previously. So we'll see if it's hop up. So here it is. So again, this could be done weeks 2 through 2, 3, and 4, and then the first week would be covered by the one that goes out automatically. And as you come in here, you can just put their name, and it'll say in the month of September, I received the following information. And again, this would just go out weekly. And you'll notice that you can turn on comments from other buyers or agents, suggestions, overall comments, and activities planned. So perhaps you just wanted to tell them about some activities planned. You could turn that button on, and then you would go ahead and fill out your text and leave the other ones off. So it does give you a little bit of flexibility into what you're sending. And again, here are the properties nearby. So it does show them interactively what the other homes are doing. And remember, every day that a home enters the market or goes under contract, it's affecting your client's home value in real time. So it's important that you know what's going on in the community, and then you're able to properly inform the client so that they can make decisions that would be pertinent to getting their home sold. So this is the seller report that's within here. And then I'm going to hop over to the folks that are on Reliance. And when you come into Reliance, you would just click on Listings, Manage. And then you could just click View next to one of your listings in your listing manager. And all these tabs here in the Reliance Lead Street are areas that you should spend time on each tab and do some enhancements. If you need more information about that, let me know. I'll touch on these as we go through the rest of the month. But today I wanted to talk about the seller report. And it's just here underneath reports. And then you would scroll down, and again, it'll pull up all the properties within however many mile radius you would like to use that report on. And then here you would add the contact, add the seller's email address in here, and then once a week they would get this 3-page email. And you could also get a copy. Make sure you get a copy so that you guys have something to talk about when you call them, that you can actually refer to the weekly report. And then it'll show them the search result views, how many people looked at the listing detail page of the property, puts it on a graph, and then puts their house within, within a mile radius, and shows them their home here, and then how the other homes within a mile compare. And it's interactive, so they're actually able to look in real time at their competition. And then it just does a detailed activity for the listing daily. And you can run this report on several different time frames. You'll notice at the very bottom, if you're in Reliance, it says number of days to report on, 7. I usually recommend that folks bump that up to 14 or 21. And that way you're giving a cumulative report that keeps building on itself for the previous weeks instead of just 7 days at a time. So it's just your preference, or you can leave it as it's set to 7. So I hope everyone's going to utilize the seller report. I think some form of electronic update is extremely important. When people just call and they're like, hey, I think we need to do a price adjustment, nobody wants to hear that. When clients hear that, they're hearing wah, Charlie Brown. They want data. So the data speaks for itself, and then you can have a conversation that, again, leads the client to self-discover, yikes, we might be ready for a price adjustment based on what the market is doing. So most of the people struggle with price adjustments because they're just not presenting relevant and logical and tangible data that a seller can interpret on their own and self-discover that, oops, time for a price adjustment. So a lot of it's really in the delivery, it's in the dialogues that you use, and it's in the process that you take people through, which is why I'm so passionate about momentum. If you have any questions, let me know. So the homework right now is real easy. You're going to have several. What I'm doing is I'm moving from what you do for your clients, and now next week we're going to talk about how do we get more clients. So I'll be interviewing different folks that use different techniques, that some are very common and some are, it's not that people haven't heard of them, it's just that they're not willing to do it. So I love to talk to folks that are willing to do things that others aren't. Those are the people that inspire me, the people that we can all do the same things. It's great, nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't inspire me. So the people that are willing to take risks, put themselves out there, if you yourself know that you do something that most others probably won't do or don't do, I'd love to hear from you. I'm reaching out to some people that I've just seen active. I've been able to see what they're doing, and it's excited me. So I'm going to be reaching out to those folks to get some interviews for this month. But again, this is what we provide to our seller clients. Now we're going to talk about how do we get more? How do we get into a habit of proactively and intentionally generating seller opportunities? Most people say they want a predictable stream and steady business, but then their actions are not backing up what they say they want. So again, it comes to my favorite part, consistency, getting consistent in your lead generating activities to have more opportunities to talk to sellers. So I hope you all have a fantastic week. I'll be hopping on here probably each day this week. So hop in and make sure you're participating. Did have some fallout over the weekend, and that's fine. We're just going to have that natural attrition, which is perfect. It's great. I'm looking forward to continuing this for the rest of this seller month. And then next month we move into relationship building and all things referral. And December will be about buyers. So I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon. See ya.